Pinakitaan ako ng evidence ng PDEA. Doon sa listahan, nandoon yung pangalan mo. Ikaw pumapasok kayo ng alanganin. Mr. President, baka susunod ka sa dinaanan ng tatay mo.
Years ago pa, nang siya ay senador pa, kung totoo ito yung tanong ni Ma'am Lorraine, dadagdagan natin, ito bang dahilan kung bakit kaya niyang lunukin na ipasarado ang isang legitimate, duly licensed, duly franchised na media outfit like SMNI, the only station na nanindigan at tumulong sa kanya ng libre, walang bayad, walang nisingkong duling na siningil sa kanila.
At saka yung implications sa press freedom.
Sa press
Eric,
freedom.
no? Yeah.
At ito rin ba bang dahilan kung bakit wala siyang tahimik at parang gusto niyang mangyari ang panggigipit, pangbubusal at abusadong ginagawa ng National Tyrannical Commission na NTC na ginamit bilang instrumento ng mga makapangyarihang political faction under his alliances. We're talking about the faction of Martin Romualdez, his wife, and their cohorts and collaborators na mga kongresista. Ito ba ang dahilan? So, pero ang tanong na yan namin ni Ma'am Lorraine ay tanong, hindi po yon konklusyon, Ma'am Lorraine. At
saka, dadagdagan ko, no? Ito ba yung kung bakit he's heading itong pambababoy sa saligang batas natin? Na right away gusto niya term extension? Ito ba yun? Ito ba yung kung bakit na kayang-kaya niya na tumahimik at nanonood lang siya habang winawasak ang napakahalagang mga karapatan natin na mamahayag ng malaya, no? At saka yung magsalita ng malaya, the freedom of expression. Napakaraming nangyayari ngayon and it seems like he's out of it.
Yes.
No? Ito pala yun. Alam nyo kasi, no, bilang manggagamot, no, bilang isang doktor, the implications are really frightening kasi sa isang substance abuser, sa isang drug addict, kahit nga yung tuta mo, hindi mo pwedeng ipagkatiwala dyan. Dahil mamamatay ang kahit na anong hawakan ng isang drug addict, masisira yan.
And I should trust you.
Yes,
and
of course.
Ang sinasabi ni Ma'am Lorraine bilang doktor, from the perspective ng medisina, as a substance abuse, if this is true, that the President until now has no denial, and pinagtatawanan niya lang itong issue na ito, at makikita niyo video of a serious public declaration coming from the former President, we're talking about the 110 million Filipinos, their lives, their children, their family. Ma'am, puntahan natin itong video from our footages na nakalap natin dito sa Pilipinas Nating Mahal.
Pinakitaan ako ng evidence ng PDEA. Doon sa listahan, nandoon yung pangalan mo. Ikaw pumapasok kayo ng alanganin. Mr. President, baka susunod ka sa dinaanan ng tatay mo.
At yun po, malinaw ang binanggit ni Pangulong Duterte, wala siyang time na binanggit. Sabi niya, pinakitaan ako ng dokumento ng PDEA. At hindi niya binanggit kung kailan. Hindi niya rin sinabi na 2012. Pero sabi niya, I saw the documents. At yan ay mayroong panibagong paglalahad din ng PDEA. We're talking, ma'am, kung totoo o hindi ang mga dokumentong kumakalat. Pakinggan muna natin ang unang denial na inilabas ng PDEA.
To update the NDIS from its inception in 2002 and up to the present, President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos was never in our NDIS. It is worthwhile to note that when the former president took over in 2016, his administration came out with a list which was then initially called the narco list, sometimes referred to as the Duterte or PRRD list. And upon continuing validation and revalidation, it became the Interagency Drug Information Database, or IDID. The name of President Marcos is also not in the said list. Based on all the foregoing facts, the PDEA asserts that President Marcos Jr. is not and was never in its watch list.
So malinaw po, kami po'y patas, hindi pa kami nagko-conclude. Although we have our own personal positions ni Ma'am Lorraine Badoy bilang kapartner ko sa Pilipinas Nating Mahal, ang sinasabi ng PDEA dito na they are not in any possession of any list na included si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. even before he became president in 2022. That's number one, denial. So let's take it from the senior officer of PIDEA. I think he was Mr. Carion, na spokesperson. Number two, sinabi niya wala siya sa anumang listahan ng mga nakalista sa narco list. Si President Duterte was not referring actually to the narco list or individual drug target personalities. He was referring to the document na siyang kumakalat ngayon. Ngayon, ang panawagan ng taong bayan sa Pangulo ng Bansa, bagamat ito ay kumakalat sa mga informal media channel, pero hindi mo matatawaran ang milyon na nakakakita nito. And it can no longer be an issue about Maharlika leaking these documents. It's already a public interest issue. Una, issue po ito na dapat ilinaw ng PIDEA kung itong mga dokumentong ito ay spurious, fake, or fabricated. Only the PIDEA can show that. Kung hindi ito totoo na nagkaroon ng pre-operational target and pre-operational authority request at ang aming nakuha na impormasyon sa Pilipinas nating mahal program, the raid was consummated with a star, movie star, na kilalang kilala. No? Tinatawag pa siyang Diamond Star. Tama ba? May mga star for all season, may mga superstar, may megastar. Ang alam kong star ay yung ulam namin nung maliit ako, star margarine. Na inahaluan ng asin sa mainit na kanin. Kaya wala kayo ng ulam namin, Ma'am Lorraine. Ngayon ang tanong, nagkaroon ba ng consummation o pagpapatupad sa pre-operation target ng PIDEA noong 2012 na na-include ang pangalan ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. o hindi? So, dalawang tanong yun. Pangatlo, Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr., nung nandun pa po kami sa Laban Kasama ang Bayan, sa SMNI, ipinanawagan na po ng taong bayan na once and for all to put a period, a stop to all of these allegations and to all of these perceptions na ikaw ay nasa drug substance abuse, lalo na po sa usapin ng cocaine, hindi po mabigat para ipanawagan ng taong bayan ang inyong pagpapadrug test, yung inyong pagkakaroon ng tinatawag na transparent position so that the people's mandate and their trust in confidence will be put to you in the highest esteem of accountability being president of this country. Sapagkat kayo po ang nagtitimon at nagdedireksyon ng buong bansa. At napakahalaga po ang issue ng accountability, pananagutan, issue ng transparency, pagiging hayag at lantad ng inyong buhay, because these are no longer public, these are no longer personal, private affairs. At ang malungkot, Ma'am Lorraine, nangyari po ang dokumento na ito, 2012, he was still a sitting senator. How do you evaluate, ma'am, ang ganitong kalagayan natin?
First of all, no, I'm presuming, I'm already predicting, no, he might again laugh it off. Diba? Na parang yung like the way he did with the first time he was confronted with it, diba? Like he laughed off during the Sarah Ferguson interview when he was asked something very serious about the plunder. Yes, about the plunder of your family, of Filipino money, and he laughed it off.
Correct.
Something very serious. So this is what a real president will do. Okay, a real president will stand there and know very clearly what he owes the Filipino people, the moral authority. At siya yung may hawak ng buong Pilipinas. So a real president will go out there and be very transparent with the Filipino people, have a drug test that will allay all our fears, and then move forward as a nation. But I can see, no, that he's going to laugh it off again. No, malamang yan ang gagawin niya. Pero ano ba yung utang niya sa atin? Ano ba yung obligasyon niya sa atin? Binigyan natin siya ng tiwala. Pinagkatiwala natin ang buhay natin, buhay ng mga anak natin, at ang destiny ng ating bansa. At nakikita natin ngayon, no, buti sa anak kong napakaayos niya magpalakad ng bayan. In my opinion, he is the worst president that this country has ever had, bar none and by far. And it ties up very clearly with this accusation that he is into cocaine and other illegal substances.
Makat
no?
kita,
Yes.
please.
Yes.
So sa pagtingin mo,
Yeah.
hindi ito usapin ng kanyang private, personal affairs.
No.
Ito ay usapin na dapat niyang ihayag kung siya ba ay nasa drug substance abuse o hindi. Bakit, ma'am? Gaano kabigat yan sa isang pangulo ng bansa?
Yeah.
Ma'am, this is for argument's sake.
Yeah.
Before natin makakasama ang isa sa una niyang cabinet secretaries na naka-standby na, ma'am, sa ating talakayan, gaano kabigat, ma'am, sa kalagayang pampolitika, kalagayang ugnayang panglabas, pang-ekonomiya, at sa kalagayang lumalaban tayo sa local homegrown terrorism ng communist terrorist group na CPP, NPA, NDF. And then mayroon tayong kinakaharap na mga usapin ng tunggalian sa ating neighbor, pinakamalakas na bansa sa ating rehiyon, ang China. Itong ating binubuksan na panawagan for the President to publicly and transparently explain. Gaano kabigat yan?
When you run for president, actually, Mr. President, you asked for this. Because when you run for public office, ang ibig sabihin nun, bukas ang buhay mo. For the next 6 years, lahat pwede naming we can question, most especially your fitness to serve, lalo na ang health mo. That ought to be very transparent to the Filipino people and anybody here, no. And I would dare say every Filipino family has been affected by this curse, no, this drug scourge. And anybody with a family that knows what a drug addict is capable of doing will be horrified if we are led by someone who is in the grips of an addiction. So, in other words, the implications are very dire.
Correct.
No? And as president of this country, bukas siya. We have the right to know very clearly kung ano siya, kung ano yung ginagawa niya.
Ayun. Ma'am, para
Yes.
palawigin ang ating talakayan, atin na pong magiging makasama